Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Celia would like to introduce you to Perez Baron, who also likes to be known as Jeremy Gray. Hello Celia, he said. How are you doing, beautiful lady? My name is Jeremy from New Jersey. Hi, said Celia. Where in New Jersey? I live in Durham in the northeast of England. Wow, he said. It's nice to hear from you. I live in Atlantic City. Have you been to the States before? Only to Florida, she said. Wow! That's beautiful, he said. You are beautiful and charming. Are you married? Why is going to Florida beautiful? Asked Celia. Having recovered from being totally wowed by Celia, he continued. Do you have children? Yes, she said, I have a grown-up son. What about you? Are you married? He asked. I'm a widow, she said. Is this a one-sided conversation where I answer your questions and you don't answer mine? There'd been a few before this. I'm a single man, he said, divorced 8 years ago. I have a daughter, but it's a long story. How old is your daughter? Asked Celia. My Dan is 30. My daughter will be 12 years by now, he said. The mother lied to her and disowned me in court. I left her when she was 4 years old. It's a sad story. That's so sad, said Celia. I'm sorry. I'm sure she'll come and find you when she's an adult. I pray and hope that too, he said. I've been single for 8 years. I don't trust women any more. And he sent her a photograph of a man. And then another photo of the same man on a beach. This is pictures of me, he said. Being single isn't that bad, you know, said Celia. I actually enjoy being on my own. I can't imagine living with another man. Yes, you're right, he said. But my beautiful lady, we all need someone in our life. We both need someone to live a good future with. Everyone needs someone in his or her life. Perhaps, said Celia. But if you don't trust women, maybe you should be looking for a man. I'll be happy to get married again, he said. But I'm scared of women. No, I can't be gay. I've been looking on your profile page for some months now, he continued. Then I guess you'll have to learn to enjoy being single, said Celia. It's not so bad, you know. I think I'm interested in you, he said. I want to know more about you. What do you do? Asked Celia. I'm a businessman, but the pandemic make all business lost, he said. Oh, that's awful, said Celia. What business were you in? I deal in raw minerals, he said. I used to do business in Dubai and China. What kind of raw materials? She asked. So he sent her some photos of some gold bars. Gold, diamonds, and silver, he said. What about you? I'm an administrator, said Celia. I work in the admissions department of our university. That's nice, he said. Do you have a boyfriend? Can I trust in you? No, you can't, said Celia. Why? He asked. Because I'm a woman, said Celia. And you already told me you don't trust women. Celia, with time I can know you more. I've been looking on your profile for months. You're charming and beautiful. Thank you, said Celia. And then he thought he'd launch into a bit of that old scammer flattery. My heart beats for you. I was shy to contact you, but I'm happy you're here for me now. You are every man dreams. I'm happy you came across my Facebook page. I didn't come across your Facebook page, said Celia. So he sent her some red roses. And then a box of chocolates. And the best thing about those is they're 100% calorie-free, guaranteed. I saw your profile on my page, he continued. For 3 to 4 months now. I decided to add you yesterday, so that I can know more about you. Can you send me more pictures of you? And if the person that you're talking to online starts demanding pictures from you, then there's a very high chance that you're talking to a scammer. Especially if they say, can you send me one of your beautiful pictures or one of your charming pictures? It's emotional blackmail. And I think they do it for 2 reasons. 1, to try to make sure that you're real. And 2, because they collect sets of photos that they can then use to try to scam other victims. Why? Asked Celia. Don't you like the one on here? It's beautiful and charming, he said. Can you send more pictures for me? I don't even know you, so no, said Celia. My dear Celia, he said, I'm here to know more about you. I'm here for you to know more about me too. My heart desire you. My soul speaks well of you. I dream well of you. If you can give me a chance into your life, and I promise to make you happy." "Where was that photo with the palm trees taken?" asked Celia. "It looks lovely. I'm very jealous." "Miami Beach side," he said. "LOL. Why jealous?" "Because it looks lovely and warm," she said. "It's cold and wet here." "Yes, you're right," he said. "I was in Spain last 2 years before the corona pandemic." And so he sent her a photograph of Prague. "I'm flipping heck, mate. The internet must be full of photos of Spain." "I love travelling due to business," he said, "but now the pandemic has destroyed the world." "Spain?" asked Celia. "Yes," he said. "OK, if you say so," she said. "I travel a lot," he replied. "I admire you, Celia," he continued, after a few more exchanges. "Tell me some of the other places that you visited," she asked. "China, Dubai, Spain, Egypt, Germany. I've been in Berlin. And you?" "Did you ever go to the Czech Republic?" asked Celia. "You know, home of Prague. I've been to lots of places." "No," he said. "Never been to Czech Republic." "When will you come to US for me?" he asked. "Is that an invitation?" asked Celia. "Yes, please," he said. "I'd love to come and visit," said Celia. "Tell me about New Jersey." "Wow! Well, very beautiful place. Good people around. Nice place. Lovely people. Good beaches and nice foods. Come over and I'll take you all around." And if the person that you're talking to online can't actually describe the place where they claim to live, there's a very high chance that you're talking to a scammer, because for some reason none of them seem to even bother to do any basic background research. You know, like look on Street View or Google Maps. "Come over," he said, "and I'll take you all round." "Sounds lovely," said Celia. "What's a good time to visit?" "Due to the corona pandemic, you have to wait for some time," he said. "Oh," said Celia. "Isn't it allowed to fly to the US? Guess it will give me time to save up for the airfare." "Yes," he said. "I'll be happy to meet you here. I'll give you an invitation to come over." "Would March be a good time?" she asked. "Let's wait and see, my angel," he said. "Did you work today?" he asked the next day. This was during the period between Christmas and New Year. "No," she said. "I'm off work until after New Year. I'm going back on Tuesday." "Oh, OK," he said. "You're home now, or you travel out of England?" "Why would I travel out of England?" asked Celia. "Are you confusing me with someone else?" No, I'm only asking," he said. "Did you spend the holiday in your house or out? A lot of people travel for holidays." "I went to stay with my mother," she said. "Yes, I knew you went out for holiday," he said. "That's nice. Your mum is alive. Wow!" "What on earth are you talking about?" said Celia. "Why is it so amazing for people to be alive?" And here comes that old scammer sob story. "No! My parents died at my age of 19 years old. I don't have siblings. I don't have any relatives. I am alone on earth." "And how did you know I went for a holiday?" asked Celia. "I didn't tell you that. You are talking to someone else." "A lot of people went to the family and friends for holiday," he said. "Of course," said Celia, "but you didn't know I had." "That's why I said that I knew you will spend the holidays out," he tried. "So I know you're talking to someone else," said Celia. "I didn't know you went out for holidays. Don't even try to deny it," said Celia. "My dear Celia, I told you I didn't trust women until I found you. I'm not here for friends and relationships until you charm my heart. I'm on Facebook for business pages and looking at other stuff of business. I don't have friends anymore because of my past experience. My best friend was caught in bed with my ex-wife and my daughter on the Grand. I don't have friends anymore. I'm sorry you didn't understand me earlier. I don't lie to anyone, not even an animal." "If you say so," said Celia. "What did you mean when you said your daughter was on the Grand? It's not a phrase I know." "I mean, my ex-wife cheated on me," he said. "She had sex with my best friend and got pregnant for him when I was away on my business trip. She left my daughter and having sex with my friend." "You said that," said Celia. It's the bit about your daughter I didn't understand. She's evil, he continued. Yes, my daughter was left on the floor. Oh, you meant ground, said Celia. Yes, my Celia, he replied. And then he thought he'd go into full-on scammer mode. You know, the sort of conversations that scammers have, because they have no idea how to have a proper conversation. What are you doing now? He asked. Some ironing, said Celia. What are you doing? Are you going out tonight? He asked. Why do you want to know? Asked Celia. Just thinking about you, he said. I want to know everything about you. You're in my heart. My heart desire you. Have you ever been to England? She asked. No, he said. Maybe I'll be there because of you. Some day to come. You should come and visit so we can meet, said Celia. Yes, I'll come over some day. Will you like to marry again? I haven't thought about it, said Celia. Maybe one day we will meet and plan that, he said. I'll be happy to marry a caring and lovely woman some day. Hopefully I'll be able to come and visit you in March, she said. That's going to be beautiful, he said. Hope you're coming because of me. So she copied and pasted the bit where he'd invited her, and she'd asked, would March be a good time? Yes, I know, he said, and I'll be happy you're coming because of me. That's nice of you. Our man spent all night psyching himself up for the following morning, when he came online and said, I'm really shy, but I have to say this. I love you, Celia. Oh, said Celia, we really do need to meet, don't we? I have fallen in love with you, he said. Yes, we will surely meet soon. I do hope so, said Celia. I love you, he said. My heart beats for you. The next day was New Year's Day, so our man sent lots of happy New Year's Day gifts and photos. Happy, happy New Year, my love, he said. How are you doing? I think I drank too much last night, said Celia. I've got a headache. How about you? I don't know how she managed to get that, because I just went to bed totally sober. I stayed at home. That's so bad, he said. It's not good to drink too much. I'm doing great. Thinking about you every day. Please, you need to get some painkiller for your headache. Celia, I'm in love with you. You captured my heart. I can't stop thinking about you. I had a champagne last night. I wish you were with me, together. I wasn't the only one that was drinking then, said Celia. Yes, I understand, he said. You can drink in such occasions, but don't drink too much. You can be raped by bad men when you get drunk. Don't be ridiculous, said Celia. I was on my own at home. That's nice, he said. I want to be the only man to be with you. Can I ask you something? Do you have a boyfriend? Please be honest with me. When was the last time you had sex? I think I'm allowed to say that on YouTube, aren't I? My husband died 3 years ago, said an offended Celia. Don't ask personal questions that are none of your business. You're a horrible man. Celia, I ask you questions because I want to know everything about you. I ask you questions for me to get more closer to you. I'm not a horrible person. It's sad you said that to me. I think it's very rude of you, said Celia. I've never even met you. And obviously it's exactly the sort of question that a mature gentleman would ask a mature lady when he's just met her online a few weeks ago. Dear, I want to know everything about you until we meet in face to face. I wasn't rude, just getting to know more about you. I told you before, I don't have a girlfriend. For 8 years now, no sex. If you say so, said Celia. I don't know why you think I need to know that. Honestly, I want to know you, and you know me more too. You have to know everything about myself. Same. I will like to know everything about you. Tell me more about your business, asked Celia. What will you do next? Find a job? My dear, I'm not here for games or jokes, he said. Well, thinking about what to do since the world is not the same anymore. I've lost a lot of money since the corona pandemic 2019 till now. All business are down, and we have to think out of the box now. Have you always worked in raw materials, she asked, or did you do something else before that? I used to work in hotel as manager before I start the business. Do you think you could do that again? Asked Celia. No, my dear. Why not? She asked. It's a little salary, he said. It's better than not working at all, surely, said Celia. I need to establish my own business, he said. OK, said Celia. Any idea what kind of business you want to run? Yes, my love, he said. Well, I'm planning on what I can do. Maybe we can do business together. I've never run a business, said Celia. I've always been employed. Yes, we can do business together, he said. You need to decide what kind of business first, said Celia. Do you have any business in mind? He asked. Why would I have any business in mind? She said. I have a job. It's you that wants to start one, not me. If you don't even know what kind of business you want to run, you probably need to get a job while you take time to think about it. Business are not fashioning well in the times, he said. That's why I need to be careful on what business I can invest into. I have experience in this world pandemic, and it has destroyed a lot here in the States. I'm sure you'll think of something, said Celia. I'm guessing you have enough money to live for a while without needing to work. My dear, I have lost a lot of money, he said. I don't have more money. Oh, said Celia, how can you invest into a business if you don't have any money? The little I have, he said. I think you should take a job while you decide what to do, said Celia. Otherwise you won't have any money left to invest. You're right, my love, he said. Thank you for your good advice. I love you, Celia, he continued a bit later. You're sent from heaven to me. Tell me more about your job. My job, said Celia. I work in the admissions department of the university. I've been there for 20 years. We have 17 colleges, so we allocate students to colleges, help them exchange students if they have too many, work with the departments to make sure all their students have a college to go to, help overseas students with visas, help students find funding sources if they're going to struggle to come here. We keep the website up to date with info for prospective students. There always seems to be something to do. And if anyone from the admissions department of the university ever does read this, I have to apologise, because I have actually no idea what you really do. OK, he said, you enjoy your job, and then started fishing for information. You get good salary? Yes, I do, said Celia. I have lovely colleagues. The salary's OK. Could be better, but I've been there for 20 years. Wow! That's long-term service. You needed to be awarded. You're a good employee. I hope they think I am, said Celia. You're a good employee, he said again. I hope so, said Celia. And then he followed that with that old scammer stand by. Have you eaten something? How is your headache now? My headache's fine, thanks, said Celia. I took a couple of headache pills a few hours ago and that fixed it. You have to eat and drink more water. Why? Said Celia. It's fine now, thanks. Have you eaten already? He asked. Why? Asked Celia. Are you going to take me out? You need to eat to be healthy, he said. I would be happy to take you out. I wish I'm closer to you. When are you starting work again? He said, on the first Monday in January. Tomorrow, said Celia. Today is a bank holiday because New Year's Day was on Saturday. OK, he said. Do you live alone? Fishing for more information. Do you have your own house or rented apartment? Fishing for yet more information. Didn't I tell you my husband died? Said Celia. And if the person that you're talking to online starts asking you very insistently if you live alone, there's a very high chance you're talking to a scammer. They're trying to make sure that you can't tell anyone that you're talking to them, so that no one can warn you that you're talking to a scammer. If they ask you how much you're earning at work, is that really the sort of question that someone that you've just met online would ask you if they were genuine? They're fishing to see how much money you might be able to send them. The same thing goes for asking you if you own your own home or rent it. Again, that just isn't something that you would ask someone you've just met. You might tell them, but it's not something you would ask. And again, they're just fishing for information to see how much money you might have. I know your husband some few years ago, he said. Do you own your own house or rented apartment? She said. No, I don't own a rented apartment. I lost my house, he said. I live in rented apartments. Can I stay with you when I'm in England? I already asked you to come, she said, and you said no. I will come after the pandemic restriction are okay, he said. Oh, said Celia. Aren't they now? Most of the European countries are going back to lockdown, he said. We aren't, said Celia. Oh, really, he said. Spain and other countries, but we will meet soon. We aren't Spain, said Celia. All I need to know, you love me too, he said. I don't know if I love you till we meet, said Celia. We will meet and know more about ourselves. I want to know if you love me, he replied. I just told you, she said. I don't know if I love you till we meet. I want to be sure you are mine, forever. Then he started babbling to himself for a bit, as a lot of scammers do. We will surely be together. I can't wait to kiss you. I can't wait to hold you in bed. I keep dreaming about you since I saw your picture here for months. I keep dreaming about you. You're my heart desire. And so on, and so on, and so on. He carried on babbling, and then he started sending her pictures. And then 2 lots of roses, and then more babble. And then, inevitably, as we always do, we got on to pictures. Can I ask you something, he said. Send me a picture of you. Yes, she said. Can't you see my picture on here? I really want to paste it beside my bed, he said. Download the one on here, said Celia. There's only a picture there. I need other pictures of you. Do this for me, please. I have no idea what you mean by wanting to paste it beside your bed, said Celia. The one on here's fine. Just use that one. And you don't need anything. Celia, you don't have to deny me of your pictures. You still haven't told me what you mean by paste it beside your bed, she said. I sent you pictures of me, he replied. Which I didn't ask for, said Celia. I want to put your pictures beside my bed. I don't share pictures online, she said. You never know what's going to happen to them. Celia, what do you take me for? How can I share your pictures to someone? Nothing, she said. Can you guarantee your account wouldn't get hacked? You can send to my email, he said. I haven't given you permission to share my photos with anyone. If you want to see me, you can call me on here. I don't have camera on my desktop computer, he said. I only use the computer to keep my documents and other information. I knew you'd come up with an excuse for why you couldn't do that, she said. Use your phone. I can't use my phone, he said. More excuses, said Celia. My love, it's not excuses, he said. Go to your local library and use their computer, said Celia. I can't deceive you, my love, he said. Or go to a friend and use their phone, or their tablet, or their laptop. I need to buy a laptop, he said. Q, I don't have any friends, said Celia cattily. When you've bought your laptop, you can call me. Celia, I have a lot of debts to pay, he said. I have more bills here to pay. I will try what I can do. So, she said, borrow a friend's phone and call me. That is not right. Borrow a phone? That's not good. Why not? Said Celia. I'm sure one of your friends would lend you one for 5 minutes to make a video call. You know what friend's gotten me into, he said. My best friend slept with my ex. No, she said, but I have a feeling you'll tell me. More excuses. Do you only know one person? Got her pregnant and took my daughter with them, he continued. I told you before. Yes, she said. Do you only know one person? I don't trust friends, he said. I don't need a friend. Don't be ridiculous, said Celia. You're asking to borrow a phone for 5 minutes, not trust them with your life savings. I only do with people, but not friends, he said. Well, ask a person, said Celia, and stop behaving like a child. I don't do friends. Yes, replied Celia. I told you about 5 minutes ago that would be one of your excuses. I will try to get a laptop. That's best for me, he said. Good, said Celia. Let me know when you've got it. Celia, are you doubting me? I asked you for a picture, and you denied me. Yes, she said. I told you, I don't send pictures online. You can see me any time if you call me. That's okay, he said. And yes, I am starting to doubt you, because your ridiculous range of excuses for not calling me is clearly just that, excuses. Celia, this is sad to say that, he said. "You just gave me an excuse why you can't send me a picture." "We'll see when you get your laptop, won't we?" said Celia. "I'm not doubting you," he tried. "I've had enough of you for tonight," said Celia. "I'm going to bed. Good night." "I'm really hurt to hear such words from you," he said. "I'm sure you'll get over it," said Celia. "You're a grown man. Start acting like one. Good night." Our man went back to babbling to himself. "My dear, I have lived lonely for years. Yes, you may be right, but I choose you, and that's what I want to do. I wish you understand what I've been through. I wish you know how my life was destroyed. I told you I don't trust anyone, but I have to trust someone. I choose you because my heart speaks well of you. My soul desires you from the first day I came across your profile. Good night. Heart, heart, heart. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Hello, my love. Good day." He disappeared for 3 days, and then he came back. "Hello, my love. How are you? I've been sick for days now." "Oh no," said Celia. "I wondered what had happened. I'm sorry. Did you have COVID?" "I think so," he said. "I'm in hospital." "Oh no," said Celia. "I'm sorry. It's not been easy for me to breathe," he said. "That's awful," said Celia. "How are you now?" "I have bad headache, bad fever. I don't know if I'm getting better. My whole body is very hot," he said. "You need to rest," said Celia. "The doctor says I'll be fine," he added. "That's good," said Celia. "Did you get any vaccinations?" "But my health is very bad," he said. "Yes, I've been vaccinated twice." "You need to take care of yourself," said Celia. "You have to take good care there for me," he added. "I will do," said Celia. "I miss you. I love you. Please pray to God for me," he said. "Hello, my love," he said the next day. "How are you doing? How is work today?" "Hi," she said. "I'm just putting some dinner on to cook. I'm fine, thanks. How are you? Are you still in hospital?" "I'm in the hospital," he said. "I'm getting better today." "I hope that continues," said Celia. "Which hospital are you in?" "Atlanticare," he said. "OK," said Celia. "Take care. I hope you can go home soon." "My love, can you do me a favour?" "Of course," said Celia. "Can you buy a gift card for me?" "Of course," said Celia. "What do you want?" "I want a MasterCard," he said. "OK," said Celia. "Thank you," he said. When he didn't come back with her how much he wanted, she said, "Will $20 be OK?" "It's OK, my love," he said. "You'll have to give me your address so I can post it to you." "No, love. You buy and send me pictures of back and front and receipt for me," he said. "Oh, OK," said Celia. "Thank you," he said. "You're welcome," said Celia, and disappeared. If he comes back to her, which I'm sure he will, he'll probably make it into the next episode of Hall of Shame, which is long overdue and part made. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like it, please share it, please comment down below, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you again in another video.